if it was an important meeting, I was just wondering, why is it that Denmark's leading quality paper, at least that's what we think in Holland, Politiken, I don't know whether I pronounce it correctly, didn't pay any attention to it at all, to this meeting?
They hardly ever pay attention to what we do. I would not. I would have to disagree with you. This is not the Danish quality paper. The Danish quality paper is Jyllandsposten, the one who published the famous cartoons on 30th September 2005. Politiken is a almost hard left, very liberal paper, not very much concerned with free speech, and more concerned with political correctness and I would almost say a pro-Islamic line, free immigration, that sort of thing. So this is not surprising at all.
Pro-Islamic? Is that so? I didn't know that. What is it? What let me trying to understand. What is, when you say political correctness? What is political correctness? Apparently you disagree with being political correct, or what do you really mean by that?
Well, political correctness here means, for example, that you distance yourself from the right to criticize religions. And of course, the only religion that plays any part in this at the moment is Islam. It is also, political correctness is also the lack of interest in discussing immigration. Any concern about Muslim demands for special rights, special privileges, special treatment is also not discussed very much if you're politically correct. It's a whole bunch of issues that you're really not supposed to touch if you want to be on the right side of a paper like Politiken, and I have to say also the national radio, public radio, Radio Denmark, and Danish television. Although it's getting better, it's gotten better over the past 2 years, I'd say. But Politiken holds the line and will not budge. They are absolutely not in favor of discussing these issues.
But what makes them? But then, okay, I understand what you mean by political correctness, but why then are they pro-Islamic? I mean, that is another, that's just the next step. Or how should I judge that? How do you want me to understand?
Well, I'll give you an example. There's a well-known imam in Denmark called Abdul Wahid Petersen, a Danish convert. He's sort of a self-proclaimed spokesman for I don't know what. He's always interviewed by newspapers and by radio and television whenever there's an issue. He's also a well-known adherent of stoning of women. He was asked about this. If a woman fornicates, she ought to be stoned. He says he can't do anything about it. It's in the Hadith, or the Quran, that this has to happen. And so, of course, that's not very good. It doesn't go over very big in Denmark among our population, that really you have to dig a hole and put down a woman and throw stones at her until she's dead.
But he can't do that in Denmark, obviously, because he would be prosecuted even from
of course,
opinion,
but
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But what counts is the idea that if he gets his way, this is how things are going to be done here. Now, the point is this. Politiken then wrote a comment that, of course, this was not very good. But then again, Christians are cannibals because they eat Jesus Christ every Sunday when they take communion. So that is the line. I think that is an absurd comparison, but I mean that is what they've done. This is their line.
Oh,
They
you mean
always
the paper they eat is the body of Christ. So that's what you mean, basically, is that it? I mean, I must admit, I'm not a Christian by background, so I don't really.
that's what that. No, that's what Politiken meant.
Okay,
That
yes.
Christians should not talk because they eat the body of Jesus
Well,
Christ and His blood every Sunday.
it's an
So
interesting
why?
angle, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah,
So you asked me why do
yeah,
I think they're pro-Islamic? I
yeah,
think for that reason, yes.
yeah, I see. Okay. Um, um, the let me go back to the IFPS. Geert Wilders everybody can see that on your website, is an advisor to the board. What has he been an advisor from day one, or has he recently joined?
He's been from day one. Everyone who's on the board of advisors has been there from day one. We basically announced the group as a whole.
How did you know Geert Wilders? Because he was fairly unknown until he left the Liberal Party, the the VVD in Holland. Did you know him?
Well, in Denmark, we've known him quite well since the 1st of June last year, when he was invited to Denmark. He spoke on our invitation. He spoke in Parliament, not invited by the Parliament, but invited by the Free Press Society of Denmark, to a packed hall in the Danish Parliament, and he had a chance to present his positions and show what kind of a guy he was, and he came across as I think a reasonable person, not an extremist, and a gentleman. And so we took a look at him, and since then we have had a very good relationship with Geert Wilders.
What is the role advisors really play in your organization?
We ask them for advice from time to time when we have something where we think that this guy or that woman have a special expertise or special knowledge. They're free to contact us and say what they think and advise us and give us information or whatever. Sort of an informal role. They are not the International Free Press Society, of course, is directed by the board of directors. We make the decisions. Others are advisors, but it's important that we have I think quite a few very important people on our board of advisors, and we certainly use them when we need some advice.
Yeah, and also for Geert, it's not too bad to be an advisor, because the IFPS also helps him in a way in his public relations.
We certainly do. We do what we can to help him in his court battles. We have done our utmost to collect funds for his legal defense, and we've been successful to a certain extent. How much we've collected, I won't say, and I also won't say who gave it. But yes, we do what we can because we think that he's worth defending.
But the money you collect for the Geert Wilders Defense Fund, I read it on your website. But people can contribute to the fund by clicking on the link to Geert Wilders' website. That's correct, isn't it? That's what it basically does on the website.
That's right. In addition to that, we try to raise money in other ways as well.
I haven't seen that, because on your website I only see the Geert Wilders Defense Fund, which links to his site, really. Or is that
That's right.
Or did I miss something?
Well, you don't know all of the things we do. Geert Wilders was in the US for about a week in late February, and I was there too, and so were other officers of the International Free Press Society, and of course we had meetings with people who wanted to donate, and we tried to facilitate that to the best of our ability, and we succeeded to some extent.
But if you just the Geert Wilders Defense Fund basically refers to his own website, and then you can donate money, but then the money is not for his defense. It's his money only for his political party, because on the website there's just one bank account, and that is the bank account of the Foundation of Friends of the PVV, and the PVV is, you probably know, is his political party.
I do know that, yeah.
So basically, the money which comes in through your website or via other sources, which is the Geert Wilders Defense Fund, basically comes ends up on the bank account of his political party. So it's not clear what is for his defense and what is for the political party. Is that a thing which would worry you, or is that's okay?